So let's set it up.
Welcome back. This is Smell the Rosè podcast, and I'm Carly.
And I'm Jazz.
Oh, that's where we got that from.
Control what you can control.
That's what his sweater said.
Yes.
I'm going to need to get me one of those. Yeah, daily reminder.
It's funny because I definitely feel like I need that because I literally said that. I guess I can't control everything.
Oh, yeah, you do need that because
Yeah.
sometimes I'm just like, oh my God, Jasmine, it doesn't have to be perfect.
Leave it alone.
The time.
Leave it alone.
So, all right. New day, still a hot mess. Forgot my glass.
So we got mix and match.
Whatever you're trying to say. Shout out to Chloe for bringing her glass so she could have a glass,
Period.
but taking the L for me.
All right. Whispering Angel.
Whispering Angel.
I gotta be quiet. Quote. I'm not even gonna try to read this.
Okay.
Yeah, nah. But the percentage is 13%.
Okay, we're up there again.
It's pretty. It's giving Roman Catholic. If you zoom in, you can see the little angel. It looks nice.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Oh, shit.
So this is the bottle that we struggled trying to open.
If y'all would have seen us, we almost busted the bottle. You can see the crack.
You can see it's missing a piece. Like,
Zoom in. Get a whiff.
Oof.
So that's why we have handy dandy bottle stopper. I don't know what it's called.
I don't know what it's called either. A bottle stopper makes sense.
I like that.
So yeah, look at, I think you said you got this from a friend, right?
A friend of a friend.
A birthday gift.
Aww.
This is a good gift, your friend Snap.
We gonna have to get these. We gonna bite your swag, Chloe.
Right.
I like it. It's light. It's cold.
Yeah, I think cold is a game changer.
It don't bite back. It's just shit.
Yeah. Like, yeah. We've had some where I'm like, oh. You're ugly as fuck.
It's one of them days, y'all. One of them days.
I'm here for it. I would give it a 7.
Random thought because my stomach just did it. But you know how your stomach make that gurgly noise?
Yeah.
My baby do that too.
Really?
I be like, are you hungry? Like, it sounds like her stomach's growling, but it's gurgling. And she think it's hilarious. I be like, dog.
Laughs at it?
She laughs. Like, it'll get the
It's
rumbling.
like a fart
and she like,
bubbling up.
Yeah. She already laughed at everything, but I think she notices the gurgle and it's hilarious. She
Yeah.
just randomly be cracking up.
Okay. Nikkei, speaking of, Nikkei's on this thing right now where he thinks farts are the funniest thing ever. It's so annoying. Like, if you don't acknowledge the fact that he farted, he's going to be like, Mom, I farted. It's like, oh my God, you're a child. I mean, he is a child, but.
If my dad was around, he would buy your son a fart machine.
Oh, don't even put it out into the universe. I can't handle it.
I mean that my dad stayed in a different state, but
Yeah.
he definitely would buy a fart machine, and he would think it's hilarious. Oh, I got a story. I love you, brother. I'm so sorry, but I got to tell this story. So when my stepbrother Tristan was little, him and my dad used to like play around a lot. You know, what? Typical stepdad and stepson situation or whatever.
Okay.
And they was playing around, and my dad is the goofy person that'll sit here and fart on you and run away. So he was like a fart on my brother and then ran away, and Tristan thought it was hilarious. Next thing you know, Tristan came down the stairs to get my dad back, and he sharted.
Oh, no.
And my dad was like, next thing you know, he's running up the stairs, like, just quiet. You ain't hear from Tristan for like an hour. And he like, Tristan, you okay? Like, I thought we were playing around having a good time. And later on, my stepmom came home and she yelled, what is this? He left his shitty drawers in the laundry room.
Oh, damn.
And after that, she was like, no more playing fart games. It was just hilarious.
Okay.
But he was so little and cute.
Yeah,
so you can't really be mad.
I'm sure if Nikkei is not allowed to listen to this, but if for some reason he stumbles upon it.
Oh, Lord, Nikkei, I'm sorry.
He does the same things. Like one time he was like, yeah, Mom, I saw poop in my underwear, so I just put it in the laundry basket and put new ones on. I'm like, no, honey. Like, if you do that, you need to let someone know.
Let somebody know.
Like,
it got to be a boy thing.
It has to be.
Because I think around that time, Tristan was like well, Nike's not 5.
Yeah, he is.
He is 5. Okay.
He just turned 5.
Yeah, so I think Tristan was 5 around that time. He was so little and cute. I'm just like,
I think he thinks he's going to be in trouble. That's why you had to.
I think that too. But yeah, good times. So if y'all kids start farting, run.
That's funny. Run. No, my sister always says never trust a fart, but I've never sharted in my life.
What the
so
hell?
It's like, what are you eating that you're like nervous that poop's gonna come out instead of a fart?
Leif shards.
I mean, she's a baby. She's allowed to do that. We'll allow it.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been in that situation ever. I can't believe we talk about this right now, but you know.
Okay, anyways, back to the wine.
Yeah.
What are you rating this?
I would give it a good 7.
Is that what I said? I think I did say that.
A 7?
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't
I'm not even sure if you said a number, but
it's what I was thinking if I didn't say it.
it's a 7.
All right, off the jump, we're going to talk about what would you do if you won the lottery.
Oh, yeah. So I've never actually thought about it. My mom is a big lottery player. Like, she don't play it often, but I do remember, like, once or twice my mom bringing it up growing up. And honestly, I would do what she would do.
Okay.
So my mom is big on investing, so I'm definitely would invest that money. But one thing she's really big on is getting things back in the inner city. Like, she hates the fact we gotta drive far for everything. I want to go go-kart, and I got to go 20 minutes out to Waukesha. If I want to go this place, I got to go 20 minutes out. She wants stuff in the inner city because that's where she lives. Mm-hmm. And she always talk about how growing up, it was a skating rink not too far from her house. I don't know where that was. But and she remembers just it always being a good time, and then when it was over, she could walk home. So it's a lot of abandoned buildings in like the inner city. Mm-hmm. I would love to revamp those buildings and make it something for like people to do. Like these kids, I really sound like a motivational speaker, but
and a mom.
Okay, these kids need something to do, and like you know what's going on in our city right now. Like I feel like if they have more to do, it'd be
more opportunities, more like things to keep them out of trouble type stuff.
Right, and then basically spending my teenage years in Vegas. It was nothing to do in Vegas either. Like Vegas was meant for adults.
Yeah.
And Vegas is now opening up more family-oriented things. Like, I know they got is it a football team? They got a football team right now. Who is the Oakland Raiders, you guys? They was football?
Yeah, Raiders.
Yeah, it was football? Okay. The Oakland Raiders are now the Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh, cool.
So
you can go to a game.
You can go to a football game, and then, like, they got a lot of different kid activities and stuff that they're making it to where Vegas could be more family oriented, like I said.
I literally just saw a TikTok where this woman took her kids to Vegas and showed like all the stuff that you can do in Vegas with your kids.
So I definitely feel like our city should go back to doing stuff like that. So if I ever win the lottery, I definitely would invest in something that can be beneficial to other generations.
I literally find it so frustrating when you see like a new building being built and you're like, couldn't we use ones that are already built?
Right. Like in the Brown Deer area.
Exactly. I used to live over there. Yeah. And like literally my house is like or my apartment was like tucked away. And like you drive by all these buildings that are closed.
And they're just now talking about breaking down the old mall, the Northridge Mall or whatever. Like I get it, that mall been shut down for 10 years. So, but let's build in that area. It's such an open space. Like let's get something there. I feel like they're too busy thinking about places to live, which is important. Don't get me wrong. We got a lot of people. We do need places to live. But can we balance that? Can we get more activities? Can we get more, things to see? Stop just fixing our roads.
Wish I could shout out this place because it was literally right by my old apartment that I lived at. And it was like it was like in an industrial park, but it was like a bounce house. So like Monkey Joe's, but it's like a bounce house in Brown Deer, and like every time I'm like, oh, this is such a good opportunity for like so many people because a lot of people live over there,
exactly,
and there is nothing to do besides like pick and save.
Right. I definitely feel like when it comes to building things and starting businesses, they do not think about entertainment in that way.
Yeah, I just find it such a waste of space to like not to like be building new buildings when you have empty ones.
Exactly. Girl, you know Walmart closed off several locations, and it's one in Midtown Capital area or whatever, shut down. They haven't touched it in years. That's back when I was working at Walgreens.
This is the same as in the Falls. They have a Walmart in Germantown, which is like borderline, and then they had like a supermarket one that they closed down, and it's just sitting there.
Like, what are you doing?
Like, I mean, I know it wasn't successful, so I understand why they closed it down, but it's just like, what are you guys gonna do with it? Like, it's just sitting there.
Like, why sit here, like you said, start something new when you can make that something new into one of these buildings that was already here? Maybe we don't know a lot into coming with the whole building and architecture or whatever, but
yeah, I think like to be more for the community, like make activities.
Exactly.
Like movie theaters and like
maybe it'll lower the crime rate. Like, I understand that's a big debate back and forth, like crime rates and people don't have nothing to do and stuff, and like it's a choice. But if I guess, argue with me about the crime rate when you have all these activities.
Yeah.
Let's see. Like, show me different. And if the crime rate stay the same with all these activities, okay, I'm wrong. But y'all also not trying.
Right, because like, yeah, we were outside playing, and now like no one's doing that.
At all. I don't even think people go to the fair like that no more.
Yeah.
That's
I can't
sad.
speak to the fair, but
I used to love the fair.
no, I mean, I love going there. I can't speak to like if there's less or more people like then to now, but well, I don't actually have a really good answer like you do, but I have been like thinking a lot about this, and I saw a video on Instagram that kind of like even made me think more about it. Like, you have to think long term with your money.
Yeah.
Not like you want to set your kids up for success and stuff like that, and like keep it building. So, I mean, obviously, I'm assuming the lottery is going to be like a ton of money, so I'm sure I could do other things too. But like, number one priority is make sure my kids are set, and even like having that opportunity for it to keep growing while they're growing.
Right. So definitely investing in something or doing something that can move on.
Right.
And to add to that, we're going to come back to that part. But would you... Well, one thing I hate about the lottery is the fact that they have to broadcast it so everybody knows
only
you get
certain
the money.
states, and
Oh,
Wisconsin is one of the states that you have
Dude.
to. Yeah.
Okay. Would you... Well, I'm pretty sure you would, but would you help your family? Like, think about the uncles and aunts.
Oh no, my dad's a family of 13.
Damn.
So.
Well, my dad is a family of 13 too.
And I'm pretty sure that I have some aunts, all the shade to you guys, that would pretend like you didn't know me if you saw me in the street.
Right.
So with that being said, y'all can eat this dick.
I definitely feel like my parents are gonna be sad. That's one.
Oh yeah, my siblings and my parents. I mean, you have a lot of siblings, but I feel like the love is equal, almost. Almost. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're still family at the end of the day.
I think I would make sure my parents said off the back, and I definitely give like a small lump sum to my siblings. But if I could think on, like, let's just say the aunts and uncles, it's probably one aunt and one uncle that would get something from me.
Yeah.
Like 100%. Because the other ones I feel like was in my life, yes. But as I got older and started going through shit, they felt the need to pull away.
Oh, okay.
And I don't like that.
Yeah.
So.
I'm heavy on like, you get what you give.
Yes.
So it's like if I'm not seeing like anything in return, like I'm good on that. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh, okay, yeah, you were cool with me once upon a time here. No. Like,
studio audience have something to say? Oh, am I going to work Monday?
I feel like I'm gonna take some PTO, but I don't want to commit to like not like losing my job. You know what I mean?
Definitely. I feel like I'm gonna call in and use my PTO for maybe the first week. Yeah. To get my ducks in order. Yeah. And to think on some shit, because it's going to be mind-blowing.
But I think, like, at the end of the day, I most likely would quit the job.
Within a month.
That okay, so I'm in a little bit of a different situation because I'm in a new job starting next week. So I don't know if I like that job or not, but the current job that I'm in,
You out.
Yeah, I'm already out anyways.
But look, not
over a race.
Definitely.
But yeah, I feel like there's so many other things that I would rather be doing that I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna invest in something that I enjoy doing, that I enjoy showing up for every single day. Or even like, I know my husband has plenty of dreams that he wants to live out. So like, I'm gonna be like, here you go. I mean, obviously it's my money, it's his money.
Right.
So I'm gonna be like, okay, like let's focus on this because this is what you like to do.
Right. And this is just all talk. I don't know what it would be like if I actually won, but personally, just off the top of my head, maybe I would work the job out until I get, let's just say I want to invest or start a business, wait until that business gets running. Yes, I have the money, but you don't want to think about it. You now paying your bills with this money. Like the money's going to run out fucking eventually.
Oh, so, I'm paying my house off.
Right. So like maybe I will wait until another business
change to like millions.
Right. Maybe I'll wait till like something's up and running before I quit the job because you still gotta play it smooth. You never know.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to like be level-headed with that shit. So I feel like that's why I wouldn't want to make any rash decisions like right off the bat. You said what? Post nut clarity for sure. Like, definitely gonna have to get someone to like help me with my finances.
I need a banker ASAP.
I probably see, and I'm in a tough position now too because it's like I haven't even moved into my house yet. Do I like it? Do I not like it?
Am I gonna resell this bitch?
Am I gonna just put this shit up? Am I gonna get a bigger one? Like, I'd never pictured myself being like this luxury living person. Like that's never something that I've inspired for. So it's like, I mean, I probably would find a different location, but I probably wouldn't go too big because like you said, you could get a big ass house and then you have to clean the whole house. Okay, cool, you get a cleaner, but then you're paying this cleaner every month. So it's like, you have to really think this stuff through. Like, yeah, you want a bigger house, but do you want to pay for all of the things that go into this house? Like, I know I don't want a pool.
I never really thought myself as luxury. Personally, I feel like I like the finer things now. So, for example, I have one designer bag that I truly wanted almost all my life, but it constantly got better as time went on. And I did receive it as a gift, and now I just feel like I'm just that shit. And I don't need all that designer shit. I don't, but I really liked that bag at that one point in time. But if I want something expensive, I'm going to get it. So I feel like even if I did have the money, I would get that stuff. But it's not going to be so much because I also have that mindset. Like, I've never really thought myself of being like this luxury.
So I think it comes with age too. Like when I was younger, it was like, oh my gosh, I need all of this. Like I need a big house. I need the nice cars. Like I want multiple cars. I want multiple this, multiple that. I don't really feel that need or desire now. Like now it's more like, what can I do long term? Like, and you really like hear a lot of the rich people, like the rich people being like, yeah, the people that are dressing like they have money aren't actually rich. They don't actually have money. And like you also hear like if you have a nice car but you don't have a nice house to match it, you don't have money.
Sense.
It's kind of like to back it up to the high school days, it's like, oh, you're wearing all these Jordans, cool, blah, 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 but do you have a car?
But what you looking like later? Like, what kind of pants you got on? Like something.
So
like I've never chased the Jordans and shit.
There's no shade to that because I like nice shoes and I used to be like with the hype and all that stuff, and like I still like appreciate that stuff, but it's like it's not like I'm not sitting here breaking my bank trying to have these shoes because it's not matching up to my lifestyle. I feel like you definitely don't need to look the part. Like, you don't need to look like you have money.
I definitely feel like with the money, me personally, I'm more on the experiences. shit. Like,
definitely.
I'm going to blow the money on a trip because I love different sceneries. I love trips. I love traveling. So if I'm going to splurge on anything, it's going to be on a trip. It's really not going to be on, like, the material shit.
I can't wait till my kids get older because, like, holidays, like, I love the idea of going on a trip instead of, like, buying all these Christmas presents.
Yes.
Like,
I can't wait to be able to take my kids to the Disney World
several
times a year.
Like, right now, we don't do birthday parties, but we do things for them on a smaller scale because it's like they don't really give a shit either way.
Yeah.
Like, you could literally take them to McDonald's, Playland, or Disney World. They're going to have the same amount of fun.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know about all that, but something similar to that. So it's like...
It's somebody we work with who goes to Disney World every year. I'm trying to just get on that level.
See, I don't know about that. Not Disney, but a trip every year.
Only reason why I say yes to Disney is because apparently Disney is so big, you can't see it all in one trip.
Yeah, but it's just like the rides aren't that great. The food's overpriced.
I've never been, so I don't know.
So even when we went to Japan, which, like, obviously if you're in Japan, don't pass up going to Disney because it's like once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
It's cheaper than
America?
Yeah, but the food was ass. We left hungry.
Starving.
Like, we literally lived, like, the Airbnb we stayed at was next to a McDonald's. We left Disney and went to McDonald's and had a better experience,
that is
food experience. There were, like, a handful, like, I don't know, I guess, like, if you're talking about, like, for you are talking about taking your kid there, like, yeah, but it's just not something I could picture myself doing every single year. There's so many other things that you can take your kids to.
Yeah.
Like, I think a lot of people forget about this, or it's like up and coming, is like Pigeon Forge in Tennessee.
Yeah.
So fun. Like, my sister and I and our friends did a road trip after we picked her up from Georgia, and we didn't know what Pigeon Forge actually was. We just stumbled upon it because it was like a road trip, like we were driving through it. And so much fun. Like, definitely worth the trip, especially with kids. Like, and there's so much stuff to do.
I feel like that's what money needs to go to.
Yeah.
Experiences, activities. Like, the material shit is fine. I get it. But at the end of the day, that shit going in the trash one day soon.
Yeah.
So, like, just to kind of dive into the next topic, I'm not sitting here buying my child thousands of dollars worth of clothes, designer clothes that they're going to grow out of. Like what?
In minutes. That was something that Nathan and I talked about right off the jump. Like, because we are, like, a shoe family, like, I'm not buying my kids all these Jordans. Like, he can have some, they can have some. We do have some. And, like, we have people that buy them for
shoes, yeah.
And we appreciate them. We put them on them, but, like,
I'm honestly going to wait until
Trust
you're
me.
in high school years to cash out on shoes because your feet aren't growing anymore.
Like, my oldest swears by Crocs. I can't get that kid in anything other than Crocs. And I cannot stand Crocs. Like, I own Crocs because Nathan thinks he's funny. But I can tell y'all about that story. I told him that I wanted a matching pair with our kids because, like, you know, he's got matching pairs with Nikkei. Like, that's cute, blah, blah, blah. I want to match too.
I want to be cute.
Yeah, guess who bought me some fucking Crocs to match with my son? Nathan's dumbass. He swears. But anyways, yeah, so I'm like, if he prefers to put on Crocs, he can slip the Crocs on himself. Why am I buying him Jordans?
I gotta squeeze his foot in.
I have
Putting
to
on a kid's shoe is the worst shit ever.
Tying them?
And think about how dirty kids are.
Yeah.
To this day, Leilani wears socks. Why are the socks dirty? Why are they dirty?
Okay, because she walks already.
That's true. But
she is on the move.
I'm like, what are you kicking to where your socks don't look white anymore?
She is something else.
It's just the fact that the friction and all that extra stuff. Like,
yeah, even my niece and nephew who are like 10, 11. So my nephew wears the same size shoe as me. And I always mess around, like, do you want these shoes? Like, whatever, you can have them for this much or whatever. Like, we always mess around and whatnot, because he's into that stuff. And I'm like, no one wants your busted ass shoes. Like, you went to the playground and fucked them shits up. Like,
and why am I like to sit here and buy you Balenciagas and shit like that?
oh yeah, hell no.
Trash them. I don't care how much money you have. I'm not finna keep buying it. I spent $1,000 on these shoes, and you want me to buy another pair that's $1,000?
Because you were irresponsible?
Because I got money?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, it would be different if I had the money to spend, but I doubt it. I also just feel like, and like, I'm sure I'm going to receive some hate for this, but I just feel like some of that stuff looks like you're trying too hard.
Trying too hard, for sure. Because I feel like it's a handful of black people in particular that's going to dress the part, designer this, designer that, my draw's designer, I'm that person because I got all this designer. And then you got the other group of black people who's like, bro, you can go look at this white dude right here in the Skechers and he got all the money in the world. Like, it's
like some Adam Sandler type shit.
Yes. So it's just like, I'm going to be like Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Because why am I sitting here flaunting it? It's nice to have a few pieces, but every day.
I do like dressing nice, like, don't get me wrong, but, like, I don't want to, like, keep this standard of, like, oh, you've seen me in this, now you see me, like, you have to see me in this all the time. You have to keep it every day. Because I'm not a consistent ass bitch, let's be honest, but.
First of all, I'm going to wear what I feel comfortable in, and designer shit is not comfortable.
Oh, shit, this happens to me every time.
It left me brain.
I don't know.
Damn.
I don't know. I wear what I like. I think that's pretty much the gist of things. I wear things that I look at and I'm like, oh, I like that. I'm going to get that. Yeah. I don't care where it comes from. Like, I get made fun of all the time, but I'm a Walmart shopper. I love Walmart clothes. Like, I have this sweater that every single time I wear it, someone says that they like it. And I'm like, I got it from Walmart.
Because if they never know where it's from, they're not going to say shit.
Oh, but I'm quick to be like, I got it from Walmart.
It's nice.
Like, it's a nice sweater, bitch.
Thank you.
From Walmart. And Sophia
Vergara? We sorry.
We're trying to shout you out. She has a line at Walmart, and her stuff is really nice. I mean, it looks very similar to the something like that she would wear.
Yeah.
So it's pretty sexy, you know, like you can find good pieces anywhere. I feel like you just have
to look for it.
Yeah, you just have to have like an eye for it. You have to have like you just have to have the taste for it.
Put it together. So. My biggest thing is like, honestly, my outfit can be Walmart down. If I got one expensive thing on, I'm good.
Yeah.
And I'm like that with my jewelry. Like, I got this watch that's really nice that I only pull out here and there. Like, I tell people I'm a jewelry person, but you'll never see me wearing it every day because I'm not gonna break it. Like, I can't afford to break it. It'd be expensive. So my boyfriend had bought me a necklace for my birthday, and it's so pretty. And I think I wore it recently, and he was like, oh, you wearing a necklace, it took you a year to wear it. I'm like, why would I wear it every day to break it? Like, because I'm gonna be so heartbroken to break this necklace or I'm gonna lose it. And I've lost jewelry on accident and be sick about it. Yeah. So like, if I'm gonna spend the money or someone's spending money on something, I'm going to cherish it. I'm not gonna flaunt it all the time. When I go out, I'll put it on, but other than that, it's coming off. Like, why am I wearing this to work?
Speaking of, I just saw a video on whatever the fuck I scroll through, and I don't know, I just skip through like Facebook, Instagram. It's true, like the videos make it on TikTok first and Facebook last.
Definitely.
But anyways, not the point. It was like a Mother's Day post, like Mother's Day is coming up. I don't want jewelry. Yeah. Because you're going to ask me why I don't fucking wear it. And I'm going to be like, why don't you take me out? And like, I literally think about that all the time because it's like, I have, like you said, I have really nice pieces that I love. And like, I'll wear to like a wedding or like a nice event. But do we have nice events just lined up? No. Like, so then you don't see, I'm not wearing them to work.
I'm not wearing it to work.
Especially when I'm at work crawling on the floor type shit.
Okay.
Like,
and it's crazy because I think about my cousin has a nice ass engagement and wedding ring. And she wears them both, but in my mind, I would not wear that engagement ring anymore because it's so nice. I don't want that to get messed up. And I know you're supposed to think like that with the wedding ring too, but it's just a band. But the engagement ring is so blinged out. I'm like, no, I gotta put that to the side.
I feel like you might change your mind once you actually have it on your finger.
Okay, maybe.
But I get the rest of it. I feel like your engagement ring, like, has so much more significance behind it because, like, there was, like, an actual moment, like, planned and spent to give it to you.
Really?
And, like, yeah, that's literally, like, here, I'm giving you this ring because I want to spend the rest of my life with you versus, like, happy birthday, here's a necklace. You know what I mean? Like,
here you go, earrings.
I mean, not going to lie, like, I don't wear my wedding ring. Well, they're soldered together, but I don't wear them to the gym because, like, the bars are going to, like, wear off the band.
That's just my biggest fear of it being wear and tear like that. Like,
yeah. And, like, I take that shit seriously. They say, like, don't put lotion on your hands when you have your ring on. So I, like, take it off and put lotion. Like, I do all the things that I need to. But, like, I'm wearing this shit. You spent so-and-so money on this shit. I'm wearing it.
I'm going to wear it. My dad is a musician. He sings and plays instruments and stuff. He was playing, I don't think they call it bongos, but they bongos in my head. But he was playing the bongos at church and his ring broke. Mm-hmm. And he's like, well, I only wore it during the time because obviously you making a big deal. As soon as I take it off, it's a problem. So the fact that it broke, personally, if it was me, my feelings would have been hurt at the fact that that ring broke. Mm-hmm. So now he got the silicone ring, and I don't like that.
Okay, I do have a silicone ring that I wear.
I truly don't like it.
I wear it when I go to the gym.
Okay, that's understandable, I guess.
But I work out before I go to work, so then I'm wearing it at work. I'm not bringing... But, like, my other option is to not wear one, which I know isn't a problem because it's, like, whatever, an hour and a half at the gym. But I don't trust my ring being in my locker.
Hell no.
It just doesn't feel right. Or what, am I going to leave it in my car? Like, I'm not doing that either. So I wear the silicone band to the gym and then when I go to work.
And I feel like we definitely thinking like the money that we have now, and it probably would be different if we have more money. But also I feel like when it comes to money and people, it's your thought process.
Honestly, I don't think it has anything to do with the money. Like, I know Nathan spent a lot of money on my ring. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, yes, to us, a lot of money, but I think it's more of the fact that, like, he got on one knee and put it on my finger, and then, like, we committed ourselves, like, something like that. But, like, we literally, like, committed our lives to each other. Yeah. Like, this ring means that to me, not the money.
Right.
So I don't, like, say I lose it in 10 years and we have, like, more money than we did, whatever, 8 years ago. Like, yeah, it's not the same.
It's not.
The ring means that was what you gave to me. Like, that's
at
what
that
you.
Moment.
And shout out to my man, he handpicked this himself. I know a lot of people have to steer their boyfriends in the right direction. Yeah. I feel bad for y'all.
This is really off topic, but we're going to have to go there. Since we talking about rings, I don't feel like I have to steer him in a way, and I hope this don't come off as like selfish or whatever, or however way people going to take it. When it comes to like jewelry, or let's just say the engagement ring, I really want like a thought process behind it. Like, just because it's nice, I don't want you to buy it. Like, I want you to really put some thought in it.
Like, this is what Jasmine would like.
Exactly. So my birthstone is diamond. His birthstone is blue opal. So if you were smart, you would put them together and give it to me, and I'll just be like melting away forever.
Opal
because it's
is
like,
really nice too.
Yeah, and opal is my favorite color. So
it's not a color.
Well, blue opal is my cover. So like it together would be so nice, and I feel like if he was to think, I know he ain't gonna watch this episode for some weird reason, but The blue opal plus the
Skip
diamond.
over this one.
Plus the diamond would just be, you took thought in it, and it's a nice ass ring. Like, especially with something, your engagement ring, I feel like it definitely should have thought and don't just be buying it because it's nice. Not everybody think about the finer things as in, oh, it's just nice, I like it. No, we be wanting thought process with that.
Well, I feel like I'm going to fuck this story up, but my cousin got a ring from his grandma, I think. You know how they like pass that stuff down. Maybe it wasn't my cousin. Either way, sorry, we've been drinking.
Definitely.
Somebody I know, and they didn't like just keep the ring, they just took the diamonds and like made it into a ring that she likes.
Yeah.
I think that's a really like cool and thoughtful idea.
I like that because personally, you give me your great Grammy's ring, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
Because, bro, this is from the early 30s.
Yeah, but like, use that big center diamond as like a side piece. Sure,
Yeah,
go
like,
for it.
Let me get something more of my time.
Yeah.
You know?
I think there's just so many options right now. Like, there's really no reason y'all should be fucking it up. Like,
no, let's not. Okay, let's reel it back in again to the money.
Okay, sorry.
Back to the whole buying things. I know, like I said, I'm probably thinking this because I don't have the money now, but don't spend the money on bullshit.
Yeah.
Because it can go away within a heartbeat.
Well, I think that like definitely goes back to the like, you have all these Jordans, but you don't own a car type thing.
Yes.
Like, don't try to act like you have something you don't. Like, live within your means. I think and again, I think this is something that I've learned, like, as I've grown older, is, like, I rather save the money to, or, like, invest the money or, like, use it to, like, better myself rather than spend it like I have it.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, if you don't spend it right, that money gonna run out. It may not run out that fast, but it's going to run out.
Yeah, it's kind of like going to the strip club.
Oh, yeah.
Like, don't just sit there and be like, this bitch is hot, let me give her all my money. And then another bitch that's hot comes and you're like, damn, do I really have to take out more money for this bitch? Like,
damn.
I gave all my singles to the last one. Like,
definitely. That's a very good way to
so
look
I
at
feel
it.
like, I think, like, Nathan has said this to me before, like, because there's so many experiences that I want to do, and I'm like, oh my God, we don't have the money. And he's like, money comes back.
Time doesn't.
So live in between that.
Yeah.
You know, like, live in between, like, live your life.
Yeah.
Have the experiences. Money does come back, but, like, also don't live your life like you are something that you're not.
Exactly.
Like, live within your means at some point.
Because why can't you have the money and still be the normal you?
Yeah.
Like, why do you have to sit here and go to the standards of society?
Yeah.
Like,
or, like, social media, which
dude,
I know
heavy on social media.
is so easy to, like, lose yourself in. Like, the guilt trip I feel for not posting stuff on our page.
Yeah.
Like, it's so, like, to be so much. Sometimes I'm like, oh my God, no one's gonna like us. And then it's
just like,
okay, sorry, I'm literally living my life, and my life is not always like working out the way I want it to type shit, you know?
It's a celebrity who had her baby around the same time as I did. And I have to, like, literally tell myself, like, don't get caught up in that. Like, she has literally a trainer. She has this, she has that. She can miss work to work out. You cannot.
Right.
So you can't compare if her stomach bounced back or not. And also I have to remind myself, like, you had a beer belly before you was pregnant, so why are you tripping?
It's funny that you say that because, like, my weight has fluctuated ever since I've had Nikkei, and, like, good and bad, like, times I'm always, like, having a hard time with it. And, like, this time around, even though, like, ideally I'd like to be skinnier, it's like, okay, but are you being a good mom?
Right.
Like, are you showing up to work every day? Like, how is your relationship with Nathan? Like, you just bought a house, you just got a promotion. Like, there are so many other moving parts right now that are moving in a positive direction. Like, okay, you're still going to the gym, you're still doing, like, you're still showing up for yourself.
Yeah.
It's just looking different. And I think that's like the hardest part of like being a parent.
Yeah.
Because it's like so easy to like lose yourself in like being a mom,
right?
You know, but like also just like maybe like showing up for yourself is gonna look different. You
Definitely.
know?
And like just to add on to the whole being a parent thing, you gotta think about it with that money. I feel like a lot of people think like, okay, I got the money, I'm gonna make sure my kid has everything I didn't. That does not always mean everything that you wanted.
Yeah.
Because kids does not want that shit.
Yeah.
Like, why am I putting my 2-year-old in Gucci? They want Baby Shark. Like, what the hell?
No, for sure. That was like heavy on a conversation that Nathan and I had when it came down to like the Jordan thing. Was like, okay, what if they want fucking light up shoes?
Exactly. They want
from Walmart.
The Hilly Zone and shit. They trying to roll.
And they're gonna get them bitches because I'm not gonna be the parent that's gonna put them in a cute outfit so I can get an Instagram photo versus like what they actually want.
Exactly. And
Mike has some sensory issues I can't deal with. So I'm like, you want one of your socks flipped upside down? Go for it, kid.
You can have it. Like,
go off. I don't get it at all, but go off.
And it's crazy because we talking about this. I was just having a conversation with my cousin. I'm like, oh, Lay can't choose her birthdays. Like, I want her birthday party things to be this, and that. And she's like, but she's not going to like that. She's going to want, I'm like, fuck my life.
Yeah.
So I guess, so like you can have it all, but you got to think about what the next person, your child, wants.
The most important part.
The most important part. Like, stop dressing up your kid as somebody or something that you wanted and you couldn't get. They don't want that
Which
shit.
is funny that you say that. So, like, I really like space, the moon. Like, I track all that stuff. Not going to say that I was, like, the person that lined up for the eclipse, but we did go see it.
We did.
I wish I would have been able to do that, but you know, life. But anyways, I pushed that theme on Nike as a newborn because I'm like, this is probably the only chance I got.
Only chance.
And like, okay, cool. Now we're 5 years in, and he's like, I want a space room. I'm like, yes. Guess what? I already got the stuff because I made you do it as a baby. Like,
well, I'm gonna be so salty if Lay don't like Disney. She ended up being a Cartoon Network Nickelodeon child. I'm gonna be so sad.
No, my kids don't fuck with Disney.
See.
They're Netflix kids for sure. Which, like, I don't hate because Netflix has some good stuff on it, but like they want to end a season and start that season right over again, and I can't handle that.
Hell no.
Like, I was so excited that they made a TV series of Go Dog Go. Mm-hmm. But do I want to watch it 20 times? Absolutely
no.
Absolutely.
I'm good.
So
yeah. I don't know. I just feel like people, when it comes to you having money, that money, be smart. Like, I just feel like everybody's stupid. And maybe I can't really say anything because I don't have it. I went to New York. Simple city in the United States, but everybody thinks it's just this big thing. But the fact to be able to see where the Twin Towers were and to see the memorial in Jersey, that blew my mind. I'm just like, this used to be where the Twin Towers were. Like, I want to see Mount Rushmore where they built the president's faces or whoever's on there.
Yeah. Fuck them, but we want to see it.
Like, it's just, I want to be a part of history in some type of way. Like,
or at least say that you've been there.
Yeah.
Like, I think it would be really cool to see, like, all the national parks.
Yes.
Or, like, one thing that I just saw on TikTok or whatever recently was someone was like, let's go get pizza. And they went to a pizza place that was on a mountain or a volcano where they cooked the pizza on the volcano.
That is amazing.
Yeah, see, that's the type of shit I'm trying to do.
Yes, me and Chloe hiked the Diamond Head in Hawaii.
Oh yeah, that's like what our plans are.
Yes, and that's lava, that's residue or something. It's not it's not the actual volcano. It's where it released all the magma and where it's built up at, where it's a mountain. And like just being on that just amazed the shit out of me. And the fact that they put stairs there to when you get to the top. Whoa. Like, it's not stairs the whole way, but at the top is there stairs when you get to, like, the landing part. Mm-hmm. But, like, just to see it, and then the fact that in Hawaii it rains here and there, like, it trickles a little bit. Like, it's just so beautiful.
And to think, like, at one point on this earth, like, that wasn't there is, like, mind-blowing to me.
Yes, I want to see shit. I want to see stuff that has been changed, like...
Or just, like, something that happened within, like, the time frame that, like, people have been here.
Right.
And, like, how things have, like, evolved.
Like, I don't like America that much, but show me where the Boston Tea Party was at. Like, take me there.
I'm not going to lie. Nathan and I plan to skip Pearl Harbor when we're in Hawaii.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I didn't go.
I mean, we're going to be in the area, but... we have other plans.
Definitely.
Like, you'll be able to see the shit, but I don't know if I want to spend a whole day there.
No.
Like, an hour?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't stop. But, like, even though I don't 100% agree with all history, I do want to see certain parts of it.
Okay, the thing that I have... like a lot of like questions about, and maybe it's because I can't make my mind up for shit ever, is like a lot of the decisions that were made like throughout history, like the shit that we talk about, right? Like, just like, would I have agreed with this decision or not? Because obviously, you know, we could get down a rabbit hole about the government, but like they say that the government is based off of like what the people decide, which we know is not true. But like, you know, they make us pretend like we have a say in the shit. So it's like, what would I have decided as like a good choice and what I wouldn't have? And like, obviously, like being blonde hair and blue eyes, like would I have been a Nazi or not? Like, obviously, like morally, the obvious answer is like no. But like, a lot of people fall into cults like so fucking easily.
Like how?
Go watch the program on Netflix. I know there's way more documentaries on like cults and stuff like that, but that was like the most recent one I fell into.
It just takes a little bit of what you feel like is true that can grab you in.
Which I want to be very fucking clear, I am Jewish.
Very clear.
I mean, I don't practice Judaism, but I am, like, my DNA Jewish. But anyways, like, it's crazy. Like, I always, like, try to put myself in, like, people's shoes and, like, see if I could be, like, what side I would take and, like, you know, the Anne Frank shit type.
Man.
Like, you think about all of that stuff and you're just like, where would you have fallen?
What would have happened
in that?
And that, even just to talk about slavery for the black people, like people today, let's talk about Kanye West. Slavery was a choice. Sir, what? Like, we all talk that big shit. Oh, that couldn't have been me. I'd have been swinging on niggas. Like, shit like that. Like, all that would have happened. But don't you think that it was those type of people back then? Like, we got the people who follow Malcolm X who wanted to fight back, did fight back, but what did that do?
Right.
So it's like, even if I was in that scenario back then, like, yes, in my mind right now, oh, you had me fucked up. I'm swinging. We fighting. But at the end of the day, the way things were back then, odds was against us.
Yeah.
So regardless of how much I fight, I probably would have lost my life within a year.
And, like, you hear more about Martin Luther King than you do about Malcolm X.
Exactly.
And, like, you, like, you personally might have sided more with Malcolm X, but like,
look how much further did Martin Luther King got.
Right.
Exactly.
Which is crazy. Like, it's so easy to like say one thing, but like, would you actually
don't
do?
know until you were there.
And yeah, and it's like for me, I think more of like, would I have the balls to do it?
Right.
Because like, I'm a scary ass girl. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, obviously, I'm more pro like equal rights and blah 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 blah. Like, I don't really want to put that.
I know what you mean.
But I feel like I'm more of like a people person,
Yeah.
and I'm more for the people than like a lot of things. But do I have the balls to back that up?
Right.
Like, I don't know.
Because you got to think about what these people went through. Like, I'm coming from my country to a whole brand new country, and I'm being told all this information. I'm being told this is the way of life. I'm going to fight that?
Yeah.
Like, you don't know until you were there. So that's why seeing all these historical places is like mind-blowing. It's something I want to see, because at the end of the day, somewhere in our ancestry line, they were here. Like, I want some type of connection there.
Yeah.
Like,
and I think like there were a lot of people that like stood up or stood against the cause, and like I don't picture myself ever being that person, but I would be the person behind that person.
let me support from the back
Like,
and give you what you need from
whatever
back
you
here.
need, I got you. But am I gonna be the face of stuff? No, because I'm
No.
a soft ass bitch and I can't handle that.
Exactly.
Like, but I definitely would be like, whatever you need, I got you.
I got you. No, for
Which
sure.
I don't know if that's like a good or bad thing, but I feel like at least I'm doing something.
Right. And then for the religious people and the ones that's not religious, y'all could just park to the back for a second. So my mom's big thing is she wants to go to Jerusalem real bad. And I low-key feel like I want to too. Who don't want to be on the land that Jesus walked on? Like,
Right.
regardless if you feel like Jesus is real or not, just the fact that it's a story that you heard before. Who don't want to go see that?
Yeah.
Like, I honestly feel like people who has never even thought about even going to Jerusalem is crazy.
Yeah.
Why not? Why not?
I can't get down this rabbit hole right now. I really can't. Because like I'm like so borderline.
Yeah.
Like, part of me, and like, oh my God, I feel like I could be torn up for this. But like, part of me is like, how the fuck are you believing this story? But at the same time, I believe it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so much in the middle. Like, I go to church.
Yeah.
I read a lot of scripture. I have the Bible app. Like, I do a lot of the things, but I haven't like fully committed.
Right.
Like, I'm very much like back and forth. So like, part of me would want to be like, I almost need to go there to see if there's any like
Evidence
spirit or
something.
like, like connection, because like, you're not going there and not feeling something, right?
Come on now. Right.
Like, if everything you're believing and saying and doing, like, it would have to connect some
Something would have to
dots,
happen there.
right?
And I feel like maybe that's why I would want to go.
Yeah.
Because I've been
Some
said
clarity.
Right. I've said it several times. I don't consider myself religious, more of a spiritual way, because you don't know what to believe. Like, no one has been there. We haven't been there since the beginning of time to know what's true and what's not.
Yeah.
So you can't fault us for having questions.
Right.
So if you're sitting here telling me Jesus walked in Jerusalem, and if I go there and don't feel something, why not have doubts later on, you know?
Right.
But if I go there and feel something, like, that shit gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
But I need to go there to find out. Like, it's that want as a human race, that want to know the what ifs, the what could be. Like, I gotta figure it out.
Or like, who am I actually like praying to and like
Exactly.
believing in and all that stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Smell the Rosè podcast trip to Jerusalem.
We going. We
And
going.
plus, Mom, you're invited. I'm
Mom,
sure
we
she would
got
be
you.
a good time. She
Oh,
would
definitely.
bring some good insight.
Definitely. But also, and hopefully I don't get chewed up for this, because I said I'm spiritual, more religious. Like, the story behind the Mecca in the Muslim religion is so like fascinating to me. I would love to see it. And I don't know if they would invite me in because I'm not in that religion, but it's just the story behind it, the monument, like everything about the Mecca, it sounds so amazing. I just have to see it.
I feel that way about a lot of religions, and I think that's why I can be so borderline, is because it's like, okay, this large group of people feels this way and this large group of people feel this way. It's like, how can I
say that they're wrong?
It's kind of like a cult, you know?
Damn.
It's like which one is the cult and which one is real?
Exactly. You would never know.
I don't ever want to shut anyone down in their like feelings, because it's like a lot of people sit there and say like they had like legit moments with whoever they believe in. Yeah. Like they felt them there and they like been there with that person, or they seen that person, and it's like you can't tell them that they're wrong.
And how can I sit here and say that you're wrong?
Right, especially like I've never been in that moment before.
At all.
Oh, I could go on and on and on about religion, but that's because I grew up Catholic. And if you know, you know.
Definitely, if you know, you know. I mean, I didn't grow up Catholic, but I know a lot of people.
But I feel like that's also like the experience I had, so I don't want to like shut down Catholicism. But I know that there's so many other religions that could say, similar things. So
right. No, I get it.
But I actually really like the idea of going to Jerusalem. So let's plan.
Figure it out. I got my passport. I'm ready.
Same.
I mean, I don't know how I feel about traveling overseas. I say I'm gonna do it, but I think when you get to it, it's like, damn.
So, I mean, I've been to Japan, which like we could get into one day, but that's like not even in comparison to Jerusalem. Mm-hmm. Like, I know that there's some countries you really have to be on your P's and Q's, for sure.
Oh, no, for sure.
Like, I know, like, tattoos and, like...
Everybody think Dubai is this hunky-dory, have fun, drinking. Oh, I'm in Dubai, I got the money. No, you got to cover yourself up. Yeah. I know 2 people that have been to Dubai, my friend Shalom and my dad. And they don't play games out there. If you don't follow their rules, you will end up in jail. Yeah. So I think that is like my thing that like freaks me out the most is like in the United States, you can get away with a lot of shit. Everything.
You can go to jail and get out within 24 hours. Like there's some places where that's not the case, and I don't know what those places are, nor do I want to find out. And type
they don't care where you from.
Right. I mean, there was one girl that like, wasn't she like in college or an NBA or a WNBA player that like literally smoked weed and that was it, and was like stuck there
for months.
A cart on her. Was it Russia?
Wasn't it?
Russia, right?
She was somewhere. But yes, I feel like any overseas country I go to, I need to do thorough research because I don't have time.
Yeah.
Going to jail overseas? What?
Over a cart, which like, I mean, I can't give you the whole like fundamentals of what would happen to you here with a cart, but like it cannot be as long as she did there.
Girl, what?
Like held hostage, literally had like
get out?
Had to come up with like the president have to give her an agreement type shit to swap. Like that's insane.
Let's talk about the story getting out first. No one knew first, like, and she was a WNBA star. No one knew at first, and she was in jail already. Regular schmegler Jazz is gonna be locked up. You think
over a cart?
What?
Which, like, again, regular schmegular, like, just the cart type shit. Like, I mean, I'm not a pothead again, so I don't know the ins and outs of all this shit, but it cannot be what it was in Russia.
Listen, I'm going overseas. I'm going to act like I've never drank or smoked a day in my life.
Which is kind of hard to do, though, because when Nathan and I were in Japan, like, it's a whole different world out there. They keep the bars open way later than they do here. but they don't drink like they do here either.
Right,
So
that's
that's
the
where
difference.
things get a little confusing.
That's when you got to get a little
Just,
balancey.
I feel like just know you are not in the United States. You are not in Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
You might drink like a Wisconsinite, but you do not drink like a Wisconsinite in wherever the fuck you are.
You have to keep that in consideration.
Yeah.
Because what? You are not on your land. You are not on your territory. You are not anywhere near your land. Because, bro, what?
Yeah.
So, yes, we can definitely go to Jerusalem. And if we do, when we do, we will be going live on that ass.
We will be, there will be a whole episode.
Follow us through.
Literally.
Because that's going to be fun.
And maybe we'll come back like fucking smell the Jesus instead of smell the rosé. Because you know you can't drink alcohol. It like changes your body or whatever. Okay, no,
Maybe-
that's no shade.
Maybe we'll start with Egypt.
Maybe we'll stop cussing or something.
I want to see the pyramids and they line up with the galaxy and the stars, something that you like.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll start there before we go to Jerusalem.
Taking a whole religious standpoint. We went from smell the drinking to smell the Jesus.
Smell the
okay.
Jesus. Amen. On a Sunday.
Yeah, on a Sunday. Okay, well, I'm actually hopefully going to go to a cookout after this. Eat some good food because we've been drinking.
Definitely.
All right. Oh, you need some?
Yeah. Oh.
I feel like we just skipped over all of the sexiness that we usually talk about. So go have sex with your significant other if you haven't today. And pray to Jesus.
Amen.
Amen. Bye. The angel part really took us.
I said